Good evening. This is the part 2 of what I was talking about Cargill. Cargill and Fort Morgan and the U.S. Union team members came to an agreement today. 1,211 votes against 211. The plant reopens up starting September the 7th. And during that time frame, they're going to be in cleaning and get everything ready for USDA. Cattle will start to come in around probably the 7th when they start killing again in September, because they have to get everything fixed and going. You know, because the machine's been setting for 88 days. You know, that's a long time for product. Machine not working. Make sure there's nothing wrong with them. And during that time frame, all the truck companies that have reefer trailers there, from Prime all the way down to Swift, KBE, Hirschbach, England, Stevens, Cargill will be bringing empty trailers in whenever they can do so to get them to the plant so they can start loading them and stockpiling them again. But in the meantime, a lot of those companies are going to be sitting waiting for live loads, because they're not going to bring trailers that quick in there. It's going to take a while, because they're going to have the deadhead trailers. Some of them may have trailers sitting in a drop yard, sitting around there that they can stop bringing in. But most likely, they're going to have to come out of state and bring them in. Meaning that they're going to have to come from another Cargill plant to that plant. They should have never pulled the empties out of there, the companies did, but they did it so the way they're not setting, and the company will be using them from moving freight. I'm glad that the town and the union and Cargill came to an agreement so they can get that plant back up and going, get the people back to work that live in that little town. But I know some of the people moved on because they were in the report that I read on Google Earth on my phone, on the internet, stated that they're going to have to train some new people. So from August 24th is when they're going to start bringing them back in phases. Meaning that the barricades will be taken down probably within the next 4 or 5 days. And then maintenance guys come in first, because they got to grease everything, lubricate it, take all seals, get the refrigerator going back again, because the refrigerator has been turned off too. So that means the freezer section that freezes the meat has to get back down to temp before they can start putting anything in there. So it's going to be at least a month or two before they finally get back up to killing 4,000 head a day. I'm just glad that Cargill was able to come to an agreement. That little town, I've been there before, way back in 2001. We used to have an old drive-in there. But that town ain't that big. I mean, you come off the interstate, you only got one exit to get to them, and that's it. You got a little Walmart there when you first come off, and that's about all they got. Gas station and that big plant. If that big plant pulled out, it'd be like that movie Gun Hole. Dead town. We're not going to talk about that movie, because that movie was kind of a movie, because in real life it may have happened, it may not have happened, but in real life today, at least Cargill is back up and going again. People come back to work. The strike's over with. That's why I will never be a union, work for a company that has union, because I would go to work anyway, and I won't have a job, because when you're a union, you have to strike, and I wouldn't strike. I would just walk away and go, I have to find a new job. That's why I like some of these truck companies I work for, they don't have unions. So I worked for a company that had a union, and let me tell you something, it was Con Avenue, and I would never work there again. Because when they go on strike, you can't work. Oh yeah, you get paid unemployment, but that runs out after a while. But I'm glad that Fort Morgan was able to get all that straightened out. So hopefully within the next 2 months, we'll start seeing trailers being pulled out there again, drivers coming in and leaving. Thank you, union reps and Cargill, for finally coming to a vote. You get your 5-year thing you want at $1 raise for the next 5 years, which hope works out for you guys. Anyway, how's everybody going today? I'm over here at Longhorn Grill, State Line in Missouri, in Arkansas. The sign behind me says Arkansas, the sign in front of me says Missouri. she had her hair up in the air, up in a bun or whatever they call that thing. They put the hair up the way when they're working. Who knows, the cook might have had long hair and it got in my food. So, you know, that's disgusting. Anyway, having a good night. Thank you all for waiting for me to get the second part of that video out about what was going on in Fort Morgan, Colorado. Here's the Longhorn Grill, the 8 Ave. They got 18. They got a restaurant in this thing. There's the Highway 67. It goes up to Poplar Bluff. My trailer because this one that I'm pulling now, excuse me, she Tyson owns a lot of places. He was taking all this fruit in the state trails. I don't know if I can see the Missouri sign. I think it's up the road another half mile. This is a little truck stop that's been here since time began. When they built that new interstate that's coming through here, that's going to take out Interstate 57. Going to be coming through. This is the future 57 right here. When they build it, they're going to build an off ramp. There's the Arkansas lines. Missouri way up there. I don't think I can zoom in on the Missouri. Future 57. I'm trying to get the Missouri sign, but I think the Missouri sign on the other side of kind of past that. Because the Missouri sign is up there a little ways. But this is the 57. Because I don't remember passing the sign that said Missouri on it. What's this sign say? It says no parking 15 feet. I know that much. I think this is the state line right here because I think the tire shop is in Arkansas. Into Butler County. Missouri sign's way up there, and I remember it's up on the other side of that green sign. I don't remember being back that way anywhere. Got some deep ruts right here. I thought there was a fence behind that truck at one time. Now they got Longhorn and everything in that. They got a big old Longhorn inside that building, the restaurant. I'm not going to go back in and videotape it because people were in there eating. And there's another push button truck right there. crunchy still.